We're back on.
Um. Wi-Fi off. I'm gonna have to get a new router in the house. The Wi-Fi keeps on
It's a router.
Router?
It keeps on dropping. Yeah, my router keeps on dropping.
There's not two O's. It's an OU. That's route.
Aluminium.
All right. I'm assuming we are back live. So I don't know what happened, but my computer has now twice crashed on me. So crossing my fingers, we are good to go. I'm assuming we are back up on Steam or the Twitch stream.
Don't know.
So I'm keeping my camera off though, so everybody will miss my lovely face. That's okay.
What a shame.
All right. So where were we?
I don't have us on Twitch yet.
So I think you were just about talking about Voodoo Vince, I believe.
Yes, Voodoo Vince. All right. So Voodoo Vince, this was a game that.
There we go.
It was Phil Spencer was a big proponent of it. And apparently the originators of the game are doing an HD remaster. It's going to come out to Xbox One and Windows 10. And there's that. I don't know. I don't know if that's truly exciting or not, but it's something, right?
What is it?
Voodoo Vince, it's a platformer. Yeah. Fuck me. So, those of you on the stream listening to this, my Skpye, maybe it is Skpye, this latest update I did, I wish I never did it, because it apparently is what is causing the problem. I noticed it just auto-crashed on me. So, this could be problematic for us on the podcast. I can just keep talking. I can do that, and I don't know if those of you out in the Twitch stream can hear me or not, because obviously I'm not watching Twitch right now. So yeah, this has all gone pretty much tits up. All right, well I'm gonna power through. I'm gonna try and get those guys back up on Skype. Supposedly it's coming back up. We'll find out. See if we can get them on. We're still live. I haven't stopped the stream. I don't know if they're going to answer my call or not. Maybe, maybe not.
I see.
All right.
I see my eyeball.
Trying this again.
Do you have a backup?
No, but the problem is it's Skype, I think, is actually the problem. I did an update right before we got on, and I have a feeling that update is causing problems.
No.
Yes. All right, let's
ever do an update.
Let's just shut up. We continue to power forward. So I've been talking this whole time on Twitch. I don't think we stopped. So, all right. Voodoo Vince, that's a thing. Yeah, Skyrim, Fallout 4 are getting mods on the PlayStation 4 after all. Sony and Bethesda were able to come together, and everything is hunky-dory. They'll get mods. The only downfall is the mods on the PlayStation platform need to be mods of basically utilizing content already in the game. So you're not going to get anything made outside of what's already in Skyrim or Fallout 4. Make sense?
Yeah. So you're not going to have it like a Superman.
There won't be a Superman. There won't be a Mario mod. It'll just be anything made with assets from those games.
Good old Sony. Good stuff, Sony. You've just that's brilliant. That's what people want.
Yes.
Cool.
They also will be getting a PS4 Pro update. That does not have a timetable on it, mind you. In fact, none of these have timetables on it. The only timetable that was given on the PS4 Pro update was that it would come after the mod support update. So whenever that happens...
when Last Guardian comes out, yeah, it'll come out then.
All right, moving on. Gears of War is getting a movie. Universal will be... behind it.
Smiling. She just can't
Because it's so controversial. That's why.
Yeah,
it's
totally.
funny to me.
It's either going to be the greatest thing in the world, or it'll be the worst thing in the world.
Exactly.
Okay, so who are the characters? Who will play the roles?
Nothing has been announced.
Yeah, that's actually up for debate.
I mean, are they going to be normal people who beef up? Or, how are they going to get supersized? Who are supersized guys?
Well, they don't need to be necessarily supersized, but I could see The Rock in that easily.
Oh, so could I.
Yeah, The Rock.
Oh,
I could see. A Mark Wahlberg playing like a Baird.
See, I see Sean William Scott as Baird.
Okay, I could see that. Maybe
He's
Ryan Reynolds.
So freaking sarcastic.
Ryan Reynolds
Idris
could be.
Elba would be good too.
Baird, although
dark guy.
Yeah, I think Ryan Reynolds would overshadow maybe. It all depends, but
Sean William Scott would be perfect. He's got that amount of sarcasm, and I could totally see him beefing up. And I've seen him up, and he works well with The Rock, who could totally be Kim.
Right, and I think the guy that who would play Coltrane.
Yeah.
I'd really like to still have the voice.
I'm wondering if the original guy could do it. I haven't seen him of late, but I mean, he struck me as a fairly big guy anyway.
He's a football player.
Yeah, so.
He'd be perfect.
Yeah.
And he obviously has acted because he's been in commercials.
Right. So, there we go.
Yeah. And well.
Who would play the Locust?
Oh, that'd be me in the morning without coffee.
Heath Ledger would be really good in it too, wouldn't he?
Oh, no, Robin, no.
Robin?
What? Bad form. Oh?
Not nice.
He'd be good. He was good in the Joker.
Moving on. Yes. Washington State has ordered Valve to end Counter-Strike gambling. Basically, directly from the article, Washington State, it's not enough that Valve distance themselves from the gun skin gambling. They want the company to put an end to the practice. The state's gambling commission has ordered Valve to stop allowing the transfer of gun skins for gambling through Steam. The gaming giant has until October 14th to explain how it will be obeying Washington gambling laws. If it ignores the requests or it can't prove that it's squeaky clean, it might face additional civil or even criminal actions. So that's kind of a big deal.
That's crazy. Well, what is it with you guys in gambling? You do everything else. All these nuclear weapons, all that. You gamble like mad, and you won't let them gamble over tiny little skins. I mean, what's the crack? What's the deal?
I don't know.
You don't gamble in Washington State? Are bookmakers illegal?
Washington State is not a gambling state. So, in fact, there are very few states that have actual legalized gambling in them. Nevada is like the big one.
Village. The village is 150 feet long, and it has a bookmakers in it. There's bookmakers everywhere over here, and then online stuff. I take it in Washington State, you can go to one of the online things and play online stuff in Washington State, but you can't physically go to a building to gamble. Is that right?
True.
I
guess no, there's not. There's none in Washington State. I wonder. Again, I don't know how Washington State laws are. I wonder if somehow ISPs are blocked from online gambling sites in Washington State. That could be. It's happened before back in the day. So I don't know. We'll see how this shakes out. But Valve has been.
Trump gets in.
They have been. He's not getting in. None of any of the recent events have anything to say about that. All right. And finally,
a Heath Ledger comment. He might as well have said Philip Seymour Hoffman would have been good in Gears of War as well.
Pretty much.
And that's the sort of thing that Trump would come out with.
Yeah, he would have. By the way,
he likes
been really
women.
Good. Yeah. Beyond Good and Evil sequel is a thing. So I mean, we knew this though, right? I mean, Ubisoft told us months ago. Beyond Good and Evil was
months before
in work. I mean, years. Yeah. I mean, God, I want to say it was the 2013 or 2012 E3. They announced the sequel, and then it just went dark and went quiet. Well, apparently this past week, Michel Ancel from Ubisoft. He posted on Instagram basically teasers confirming that the sequel has entered pre-production. And I find this actually the funniest part of it all. It's in pre-production, which this game was supposed to have been in pre-production like 3 years ago. So
it's so odd that the stories came out this week. It really is so odd because over the last 2 weeks, when we get to it, I mean, that's what I've been playing. I've just finished it this week.
Right.
And it's friggin' brilliant. I'm all on for a sequel. You know, apart from the jank of the controls and the odd camera, great characters, great game. I'm all for Beyond Good and Evil. I really enjoyed it. And it was like a small game, but it must have took me, I don't know, 15 hours. I mean, it was so big and excellent. And there's still a ton of stuff I could go back into that game and do. Lots of races and other discoveries and different bits and pieces. Just, it was brilliant.
All right,
so bring it on.
Eventually it will come. Speaking of things that eventually come, trivia. It's time for podcast trivia.
Hold on. Do we miss out the like what we've been playing stuff? We're not going to talk about Gears?
Did we not talk about that already?
No.
I guess we just blew right past that. This is the way this podcast has gone. So let's circle back. Let's talk about what we've been playing. We're just doing some reverse order stuff. We jumped right into the news.
Yeah.
It's been a crazy week. I did. Well, where were you guys? Where was my backup?
Yeah.
No place to
Listening
Follow the white
to you
rabbit, Greg.
swim and
Follow the white
drown.
rabbit.
Apparently, that's what this podcast does. We swim and we drown. Well, assuming Skype holds up, assuming my computer doesn't crash again, we will talk about what we've been playing this past week. So, Robin, you and I, we get the short end straws. We're going to go quickly, and we're going to allow Nicole to talk a little bit about.
There's just so much there.
Game.
I mean, and looking at the three things that we've mostly played, yeah,
I know
it's like there's three massive titles in there.
There are.
So go with your weird, stupid strategy game first, please.
So Forza Horizon 3. It's a racing strategy game. It is fantastic. I dabbled a little bit in it, but then I quickly got sucked away from that into the better game. But that's, that's all in the eye of the beholder, right? All in the eye of the beholder. If you are a racing fan, or if you like just a fun, almost Burnout-like racing experience, Forza Horizon 3 really scratches that itch. Oh, my beer assistant. Thank you. Thank you, beer assistant. I have a beer assistant. You can't see this right now on the feed, but
just tell Cindy she rocks.
My wife
and
does
you're
rock.
Spoiled.
Thanks, honey.
She rocks my world.
Cindy sent me a note. It says maybe this will help you stay on track. Yeah.
Aww.
She heard. Yeah. All right. Getting back on track though. Forza Horizon 3. Robin, this is like Mecca for you, right? This game has been fantastic.
Yeah. Do you know what? The titles came up last night. I'd finished this race, and the titles came up, and I went, "No, it's too soon, too soon." So the titles come up. There's these special events where you race the weirdest things. Some of the first one is like a train, which, and then there's speedboats and all weird things you have to race. But the titles came up when I raced the last one of these. And I'm level, I don't know, 85, something like that. I've only scratched the surface of this game. This game is endless. So it has all the other things like the first Forza Horizons had, but so much more. So before, when you done all the championships and all the races, that was it. It was done.
Right.
But now you can go in and create your own championships and your own events and choose your own tracks and the type of cars and the class of cars, whether it's like a rally race or a street race or whatever it may be. And I mean, last night, for petrol heads out there, I set up this championship. It's called the Grand Bongo.
Yeah? The Grand Bongo.
The Grand Bongo. This is the Grand Tour coming very shortly on Amazon. Anyway, the Grand Bongo. And what it is, it's 1970s, 1980s cars. So it's like minis and Opel Mantas and old classic rally cars. And all the stages are rally stages, so they're not very powerful cars. and it's this championship, and it's done, and it's just brilliant. And I'm driving around going seeing old Ford Sierras and Ford Escorts and everything. Oh, fantastic! And you still get your XP for this and your championship points and your fan points. So literally, this game is the last racing game you'll ever have to buy.
Until the next one.
Yeah, jumping in for the online adventures with other guys and other people there. It's so easy, so simple. It was before, and the other games, and they've just got that sussed. Just when we're talking about it, there is an OC podcast club available. I think we're up to nearly 40 members in it already, and I have to shout out DeMarcus. DeMarcus.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm Black Thunder. He is blazing the trail for Overseas Connection podcast. He has been the group leader for a number of days now, and has gotten the club way up to. There's different levels of bronze, silver, gold.
Excellent.
And he's been fantastic. So lots of lovely features with it. Beautiful cars, great fun racing, and it is very like Burnout. You're absolutely right, Greg. There's that fun. It's got that magic again.
Yeah, I especially like the rally stuff. I just have a blast with that. So this is a fantastic game, and it is likely going to be up there in discussions at end of year. I have a feeling.
Yeah, definitely. So buy it. Downsides, and it happened with Forza 2 as well, Horizon 2, that I bought the VIP package. I bought the Quam, the big banana. And there will be another couple of DLC packs, expansions that will come out in, I don't know, 6 months' time, 8 months' time, God knows when. And those ones before were, it was the island, island.
Right. It was an island. That was the Rally Island. Yep.
It was 10 quid or 15 quid. That same thing is going to happen again. So my VIP pass with all my expansions are not included in that. That's bad.
Yeah. So this is actually something we can talk about real quickly.
Yeah, and some of the penny pinching, like buy a horn for your car, like $2 and that sort of stuff. That's a bit penny ante stuff that didn't really need to be there.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I have less of an issue with car skins or horns like that. I'm always disappointed when any game does DLC, like actual areas or maps that you have to pay that divide the community, right? So one, that was actually going to be my comment when it came to Forza Horizon, was my recommendation to anybody that's going to buy the game, just get the standard edition. Don't worry about getting the fancy edition, because really, you're all you're missing out on are some car packs, but there are plenty of cars in the game. Yeah, so
the VIP pack gives me double XP, double credits, stuff like that. That's when you do your spins when you're leveling up. So if it's it's 50, it's 100, you get.
But I would just again say that to me that's such a meaningless thing in this kind of game. I don't know.
At this stage where I am in the game, I have millions of credits and dollars to buy stuff, so that doesn't matter in the slightest.
Yeah. And Gears of War 4, very much in the same fashion. People are wondering, should they get the season pass? Should they not get the season pass? So Gears of 4 will actually launch. All maps will be accessible to everybody when they're in the playlists on multiplayer. The only thing that the Gears of War Season Pass will get you is to be able to access any map at any time. So basically,
they put them in a rotation or something, aren't they? Is that what it is? Yeah.
10 maps that come out standard with the game, and then every week, basically, I think it's every week, maybe it's every month, but they're going to be rotating in 2 new maps as part of the play rotation. So those will be free to everybody. Everybody can play them, and that's if you're playing multiplayer online, those are going to be the maps that are being played. If you buy the season pass, all of the maps, and let's say there's 10 extra maps that they're constantly rotating through, those will be open to you to play on. What I don't believe is the case, or I don't know for sure, but I think is the case, is that other people have to have those maps to be able to play with you on those maps. I could be wrong on that, but so it's just kind of one of those things where it's like, it doesn't seem like there's much value in getting the season pass for this game, given the fact that the maps are going to be open to everybody. You will get extra skin packs. You will get, bonus XP stuff as well, from what I understand. But so just be wary on season passes. I guess that's the lesson learned here, right? Is you don't always necessarily need to get the VIP pass. You don't always need to necessarily get the season pass. So yeah, there's that. XCOM 2. I've been playing a ton of this game.
Yes.
It came out to console. Now, PC gamers have had this game already for, coming up on a year now. I think it launched in, January, February this past year. But it was going to be, or maybe it's actually longer than that now that I think about it. But it was going to be PC exclusive, and it was never going to come to console. And then, lo and behold, it came to console. It is a really, really good port of the PC game. It's coming over with not mod support, but all of the kind of the basic game mods that they made for it, as well as you can get, again, this is one of those things where you can buy extra DLC for it. But overall, this is just a really good upgrade from the previous game. So if you played XCOM Enemy Unknown or Enemy Within, you'll be very familiar with the new game. However, they have put in a lot more systems in place just to kind of go down that nerdy rabbit hole, if you will. So in terms of weapons, you now can mod your weapons. You have all different types of camo patterns and ways you can customize different characters in the game. All of the environments now are destructible as well as procedurally generated. So that's something very different from the first game. In the first games, when you came into a map, if you recognized the map, you knew where the spawn points were for the enemies. You knew basically how that map played out because it was always the same. And they reuse those maps in the game frequently. In the new game, every map is procedurally generated, so it's not going to play the same twice. So that's actually really refreshing. So you can go through a playthrough, and then you might get through it and go through another playthrough, and the maps are going to be different. They're going to come in different orders. Trying to think of what else. I mean, there's a ton to this game. The depth of this game, the researching, the engineer building, all of that just goes, again, 1-2 steps further than it did in the original game. And I found that this game also tends to be more challenging than the original. They have a lot of missions now are timed, as in you have X amount of turns to either get to a target and capture it or escort somebody out of a zone. What I actually really like this game versus the previous game was in the previous game you would get a soldier to an evacuation point, and before you could get that soldier out, if you had other soldiers in the field, you had to wait for everybody to get there. And then you could evacuate everybody. In the meantime, somebody sitting in that zone waiting for your other soldiers to get there could be shot and killed. Now, when you get a soldier or a VIP that you're trying to escort out of the area, they get to that zone, you can evac them immediately. And they have these cool little animations of ropes coming down, the characters, climbing up and getting out of the, evacuated out of the zone. But so there's a level of strategy now on how you evacuate out of the game, as opposed to before it was really just kind of one way to do it. Now you have to make choices. You can actually pick up fallen characters, whether they're unconscious or they've been killed. And the reason why you want to pick them up is because you get the gear, you bring it back with you. If they die on the battlefield and they're left there, you might lose out on a modified gun, maybe that character was using. So you actually can pick them up, but you're slowed down because you're now carrying them out. And so you have to make the choice of do you try to carry a character out, or do you take the extra distances that you can travel and leave them behind? So it is, but it is a strategy game to the nth degree. So that's, I will say this: it's not an action game.
Yeah, it's not. I don't think it's for me. It wasn't for me before. I'm not even going to try it. Sorry.
That's okay.
Sorry.
No sweat off my back. I've killed you already, Robin.
Yeah, so here.
True, I did. This is where this whole Ireland thing, by the way, sparked from everybody listening to the podcast. I had put Robin into my game, and I gave him the flag of Ireland, and then he told me that it was the wrong flag, and I said, well, are you not from Ireland? And he's like, I'm from Northern Ireland, and that just didn't register at all to me. That was just like him saying I'm from, the South.
It's a very complicated question to ask somebody from Northern Ireland that. No.
Well, it was apparently a complicated answer for somebody from California to understand.
Yes.
All right. That's it for me, though. XCOM, Forza Horizon 3. Robin, the only other one we have to talk about for you would be Beyond Good and Evil, but we kind of talked about that
done
already.
That. Yeah, done it already. Yeah.
So I guess we really only have Nicole to talk to. I don't think she's been playing anything.
No, there's nothing else. No.
Yeah.
No, not me. I haven't played shit.
Yeah. I mean, are you sure you want to talk about what you've been playing?
I'm gonna talk about the other one first.
Okay.
The little one, the one that you hate.
I don't hate it. Hate's a strong word.
Okay. Well. Okay. The one that you dislike strongly. Is that better?
It's just not for me. How would we put it there? Just not for me.
Minecraft dropped the ancient Chinese mythology little map pack thing. So of course my son's like, "Mommy, are we gonna get it?" And I'm like, "Yes, of course." And you can go into that little section and just play the already created world, or you can create your own world.
It is beautiful.
Man, we went into that already created world. Holy crap. The stuff that these guys came up with. They got dragons made out of, the wool and whatnot. They have giant panda, giant bamboo. The buildings are absolutely phenomenal, and there are so many of them. Bridges, plants, lanterns, pick it, it has it.
Dogs, sleeping with men, everything. Yeah.
The dogs that they have in there are, oh my gosh, I can't even think of the name of the movie anymore.
Woof woofs.
It had, I can't even think of the guy. He's from An Officer and a Gentleman. But anyway, there is a guy.
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
No. There's the particular type of dog in there is specific to Asia. So they have changed the dog to fit that. But absolutely gorgeous.
Pekingese?
Pekingese!
No. You people kill me.
I'm sorry. It hasn't turned into a dog podcast yet, so because nobody has said, "Oh, it's so cute." It's
No, it was actually based off. There's a movie about this type of dog. Japanese man. No, not an American movie. Anyway, stop. We're moving on because you frustrate the tar out of me, Robin. And it's a router, not a rooter. Anyway.
Yes, this will not go away.
No, it's not. So anyway, if you're a Minecraft fan, pick it up. It's really beautiful and well worth it. The music's nice and it's just pretty. I like all the cherry trees in there, which I think used to be birch trees. They're pink. The wood is pink, and when you cut down a spruce, it's spruce green. Interesting. But anyway, on to bigger and better things. I got the Ultimate Edition of Gears of War 4 so that I could have the early access.
Right.
And that didn't quite go as well as I had planned. So
But didn't it kind of go better in some respects? Yeah.
Yes. It didn't go as I had planned, but it did go better. So I had ordered the game, pre-ordered the game, used 2 Amazon gift cards, so $50 off automatically. And I had the plus the Prime points, so that was additional $20 off. So I paid $30 for this game. It's supposed to arrive on my door on the 7th, right? I get an email PM of the 7th going, oh, sorry, Sex to Be You won't be delivered till the 12th. And I'm like, excuse me? 2 days after the release of the actual game, you're telling me I'm going to get this? So I was not happy.
Right.
Not at all. And they got to hear about it, which that's very rare that I would actually call somebody because I'm not that type of person. But I'm like, no. I paid for this game. Where is it? So a little later on, I get an email. This is like at 9 or 10 o'clock at night. I get an email. They sent me a code so I could download the game immediately. Apologized for it. And so I got everything. And they're still sending me my game. It'll be here tomorrow. And I'm like, yeah. So works out great for me, like you said. Not that kind of dog, Robin. Robin posted a Skpye.
Yes, I'm ignoring it. I don't want to touch Skype. So, like, he sends pictures. I'm like, no, not looking at it. I'm not touching Skype at all. I'm trying to be very nice.
Yes. I'll think of the dog. But, so anyway, I got the game at 8 o'clock this morning. Got my coffee by 8:15 because I loaded it last night so that I would be ready to go. Because by the time I figured it out, it was like I said, 9 or 10 o'clock, and it had to download all night long. So 8:15, I was already playing, and I played for 6 hours today, all campaign, all solo, on normal, and that game is hard, even on normal. So expect a little difficulty on normal. When I get to insane, it's going to be even worse.
Quick question, Nicole.
Yeah.
2-player co-op, correct? Or
yes, there is.
Is it 4-player or 2-player?
2.
Why?
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, I have a feeling. It's because I think it's
there's
because
only 3 characters.
Yeah, true.
And that's part of it probably. But again, if there's only 3 characters, it should be 3-player co-op.
Yeah, but I have a feeling they're pushing a lot graphically on this game. I mean, from what I've seen, it looks fantastic, and I have a feeling doing more than because is it 2-player couch split screen, or
yes.
is it so they couldn't do 4-player or 3-player even. That just wouldn't work on a couch.
No,
you have to have a big couch, wouldn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
I just don't think one.
It is beautiful, and that was one of the things I noticed today was if you have that, what is that 4K TV that I could totally see this being absolutely gorgeous on that screen, which is probably why they're pushing those Xbox S's or whatever they are, because it would be absolutely beautiful there.
So it looks like Gears. It plays like Gears. Has it changed much?
And it doesn't. It's a little faster paced than it before. So you know how the characters kind of felt a little clunky,
right?
And heavy. They don't really have that feel. Like I actually had to adjust my settings for once because I'm flipping my dude all over the screen and trying to figure out why. But it does have some of your old favorite weapons like the Lancer, the Boltok, Torque Bow, the Retro Lancer's in there, the Boom Shot's in there, and 900,000 of whatever the Hammer Burst that Kim liked. There's plenty of those.
I hate that weapon.
Me too, but there's plenty of them. And the original sniper rifle, which I absolutely love their sniper rifle.
Right.
But when I can't get that, is the Boltok to your head. So they do have new weaponry. They have the buzzkill, the drop shot, which the drop shot was introduced during the beta.
Right.
The buzzkill, absolutely fabulous. That's all I'm going to say. I don't want to spoil it.
No, well, it was in some of the trailers. It was firing. Right. It was in the trailer they showed.
It made it into the beta as well. I want to say that it was in the beta. Yeah.
I only remember the drop shot from the beta. But the other weapon that you get and you don't have control over, like it only comes out whenever there's a scene for it.
Okay.
Yeah. Is the combat knife.
Okay.
Oh, right. A knife.
So you'll get a combat knife, but it's not anything that you can use your D-pad for and pick it out.
Close quarters.
Yeah.
The big question, Nicole.
Sure.
Horde.
I told you, Mark and I were going to play. Then this is Mark with a C, Koino Yokon. So Mark Davies and I were going to play, and he had to beg off. I'm guessing something to do with the kiddos. Okay. So, going to have to try. But there is Horde mode in the campaign.
Interesting.
Yes. And that's all I'm going to say about that. There is Horde mode in the campaign. So you'll get a taste of it in the campaign.
Okay.
So overall impressions then? I mean, in reading the reviews, Nicole, would you agree? Some of them are saying it's fantastic, and some of them are saying they're disappointed that the coalition did not push it further than they have. Like, put their own mark on it. It's like it's still really great, but it's still just Gears.
It is still just Gears, but in their defense, why screw with a good thing?
Well, I seen a girl walking down the street, and I thought that very same thing.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Robin.
But I didn't have the choice.
No, there's some good stuff in here. There's some stuff that'll get you. I mean, it follows the really good storyline. So, and that was one of the things that I've always touted about this game, that it has a fabulous character set, and you fall in love with these stories. Yeah. So, there is a good story there. And you will get a little bit of, you'll get a good mix in this. So, I love it so far. I'm not finished with it. I'll probably by tonight, knowing me.
Right.
But I can't wait till next week.
It's lovely to see you so excited about a game.
Oh my gosh, I haven't been this excited in forever. I'm just like... my daughter thought I was insane last night when I got that email. I screamed and hopped on the couch. I was like,
I seen Skpye, a few squees coming up, and Skpye would not be something that Nicole would normally do.
No, but I did too. I was like, Skpye, because I got the code, and I
Valley Girl.
Oh my God, you guys have no idea. It was because I was so upset that they screwed this whole thing up. I'm like, how am I going to play 2 days after the fact? I was like, that didn't bode well with me.
No, I can understand that.
So, serious props to Amazon for making up for it.
That is one good thing about Amazon. I don't think I've ever had a bad customer experience with Amazon. I mean, I've had bad product. I've had bad things that I had to return, whatever. But when I have had to do that, Amazon's pretty dang good about just stepping up and being like, don't worry about it. I mean, I never forget, we had a beanbag, not the most exciting product in the world to be buying, but we were buying our son a beanbag. It was something we were pulling in for Christmas, and totally got lost. Didn't make it out shipping wise. We had no clue where it got sent. They said that it was delivered, wasn't at our house. So we call up Amazon. We're like, hey, this is supposed to be, for Christmas, and we're, basically SOL right now. And they're like, hey, we'll send you out one, overnight it to you, no worries. They sent it out, and basically the following day, the original one shows up. And, I felt bad because I was like, all right, it showed up finally. And so I called Amazon back up, and I was like, hey, you know what? You guys actually, the other one actually made it. And they're like, you know what? Don't worry about it.
Happy Christmas.
Yeah. So.
I thought you were going to tell us about the beanbag losing his balls or something like that.
No. Anyway, so Nicole, I get the feeling you like Gears of War. Just a little bit. All right. Yes.
Yeah, just a little bit.
For those listening on audio, she was pinching her fingers together. So it's a good game.
Yeah, like I said, I don't want to spoil anything. I want to wait till everybody comes out so we can talk about the game. So I'm gonna wait till next week, and then we can really dive into it once you and Mark and anybody else that has it or is getting it will play it.
All right, so I'm gonna put you on the spot a little bit.
Okay.
Out of all of the Gears of War, how does this rate? And we know Gears Judgment is probably the worst.
Bottom of the pile.
Okay. So where does this rank in the 4?
3 is my absolute favorite. 3 is my absolute favorite, and there's nothing that can take that away, I don't think. Not even this one. This one's good, and I'd rate it right there, pretty even with 2. And then 1 would be near the bottom, and Judgment right there in the gutter.
Yeah, same as me. 3 up there. So I've just got too many games. Too many games at the moment. I am going to hold off. I am. I've just.
It's that time of year. We are now. There are so many games.
It's not even this time of year, Greg. There is so much stuff coming out, but there's just been so much good stuff earlier on this year that I have sitting there not to go, like Metal Gear that I scratched again a bit this week and went, why am I not playing this? And Assassin's Creed Syndicate and stuff like that there,
There are geese flying by my window.
Okay.
Get those geese off.
They're Canadian geese.
Break out the shotgun. That's Christmas dinner right there.
No.
Hey, River Phoenix would be really, really good in Gears movie as well.
You're just killing me, Robin.
All right. Let us now talk about podcast trivia. Huh? All right.
Yes, please. Shut this boy up.
podcast trivia. This is, of course, trivia that we get from our trivia master, Jason Johnson, Teflon 212, which, by the way, Jason, I created him in my XCOM game, and he's one of my favorite characters I've actually made in the game. He is he's also sporting a fat stogie. Kind of reminds me of the Sarge from Halo. Anyway, all right. Podcast trivia time. Update on the standings. Nicole, you and Kim right now tied for the lead, 6 points apiece. Robin, you and Mark are both in second place right now, 5 points each. So this is you can potentially take the lead, Robin, depending upon how this goes. You could catch even, or Nicole, if you do exceptionally well, you could take a commanding lead. So a lot on the line right now. It's exciting stuff. We should probably allow Robin to take part in the trivia. Just saying. So how this works, I'm going to have 2 trivia questions that I will ask the group. And both Robin and Nicole will be typing their answers into our shared notes, so I see what they type in. And then, of course, we'll reveal the answer. It's multiple choice, so you can play at home as well. That's the exciting news. The not so exciting news is I had it pulled up on my phone and then my screen went black. So thank you, Samsung, for that. All right, first game. Here we go. First question.
Yes.
For a second, I thought for a second I was like, wait, is this a repeat question? It's not. Here we go. The game Warface is free to play first-person shooter from which publisher? Who made Warface? Is it A, Wargaming, B, Crytek, C, Epic Games, or D, Paradox Interactive? Who made the game Warface? I'll go through the answers again. A, Wargaming, B, Crytek, C, Epic Games, or D, Paradox Interactive? You both ready with an answer?
I suppose. 1, 2, 3, go.
All right, and we have two different answers. We have Robin, who's saying Wargaming.
Wrong.
Nicole is saying Crytek. And the answer is correct for somebody on this team. That would be Crytek. Nicole, well done.
Very good.
I have this game, that's why. It's like one of the few little freebie games.
Wargaming. Stupid boy.
All right. Well, Nicole expanding now, taking the lead.
Well done, Nicole.
Thank you.
Robin, this is an important question now, trying to at least keep pace, if nothing else. Here we go. Question number 2. Ezio Auditore, Auditore, I guess is the pronunciation, from Assassin's Creed franchise is arguably the most popular character from that world. What is his fictional birth date?
Oh my god!
Yeah, some of the trivia is easy. Some of the trivia is difficult. This one ranks up there as difficult. So Ezio Auditore from Assassin's Creed, what is his fictional birth date? Is it A, 24th of June, 1459? Is it B, the 30th of November, 1524? Or C, the 12th of December, 1484? Or finally, option D, which is the 15th of October, 1499.
Just rattle through those dates again, please.
Yes.
Why?
A, the 24th of June, 1459. I'll say this in more traditional ways because that's like the European way and it drives me nuts. So June 24th, 1459. We've got November 30th, 1524.
No, don't get it.
December 12th, 1484. Or October 15th, 1499.
It's just gobbledygook. Flip me. Next, you're going to say it's a writer.
I know. It's craziness. All right. Are you guys ready with your answers?
Yeah. I have no
completely
clue.
educated. Like you guys know this like the back of your hand. Go ahead. Give it to me now.
Robin.
All right. Robin has said the 24th of June, 1459. Nicole has said the 15th of October, 1499.
Lucky guesser, Nicole.
I can now tell you one person has this right, and that person would be
either you or me.
Robin.
Yeah, thanks.
Whoa.
Yes, June 24th, 1459 is the fictional birth date of Ezio Auditore from Assassin's Creed.
He would be good in Gears.
No, he would not. No, he would not. All right, well done, Robin. Well done, Nicole. Nicole,
well done, Jason.
Yes, Jason. Fantastic questions. Thank you very, very much. Nicole, you took the lead. Robin, you have kept pace with Nicole, at least, staying 1 point behind her. Now tied for second place. Well done. Mark will rue the day that he decided to go out to dinner with his wife.
With his wife?
Yes. All right. Nicole, we do every once in a while talk about new releases that come out that people can look forward to playing.
Before we do that, are we going to read that email? Or
I don't know what email you... Oh, yes. See, this is what happens when I get totally sidetracked.
This is why I'm asking.
No, I appreciate it. You're keeping me. You're keeping me on track.
Brother.
God damn it, Greg! You're all over the place tonight.
I know. It's like I took 2 weeks off from the podcast, and then my freaking computer decided to throw up on me.
Excuses.
I tell ya.
Let me do the Twitter thing, and then you guys can do the email.
I think that's safe. And Mark, no, I'm not going to buy your computer that needs a graphics card.
Soul Brother has bought an Xbox One, and he wants everyone to friend him up. So he had sent that on Twitter. And it's capital SOUL, capital BROTHER. So if you want to add him on Xbox One.
Right. I believe the proper pronunciation of that is Soul Brother.
No, I love it. That's how I would say it because it's how I would think of it. From Soul Train. I love Soul Train. I used to watch that all the damn time.
Yeah,
love Soul Train.
A little white kid with no rhythm, and I loved watching it too.
I'm not white, but that's okay.
All right.
All right.
We had an email.
Yes.
Friend of the show, Jonathan Wilson. We know him as John Mouse. He sent in an email. Hi, OC Podcast. I've set up a VG Hub FIFA 17 Pro Clubs team. All are welcome for a good game of the original gentleman's game of football and genuine top bants, which I'm assuming that is Britishisms for come play a friendly game of soccer with me and you get some bragging rights.
Great banter.
Banter?
Oh, great bants.
Oh,
yeah, banter.
Gotcha.
Yeah, fun,
Right.
crack, enjoyment, jolly.
Crack
bants.
is fun.
It's the latest thing that hipster people say.
Hipster people.
Bants.
We love them. All right. To play, people need to search for VG Hub on FIFA 17 Pro Clubs and add me for an invite. And his PSN name is John Mouse. Well, it's actually John Mao 55. So JONMAU 55. There you go. I said I've only set it up with a PS4, so sorry, Xbox peoples, but that's okay. I believe we've got a few pro clubs going on. True Skills, I believe, has a pro club going on already, so go check that out on the Xbox. He did add in. I went to EGX, and he said EGX ain't got games. There was nothing there.
He is dead to me. Dead.
Well, this is not the only person I've heard. Well, Mark was actually a little disappointed with what the games that were at EGX. I mean,
I'm not talking about that.
That's not why he's upset.
I was there for 3 days. The whole community was there for 3 days. And John Mouse slips in somewhere, slips out again, doesn't even say hello. Just because I took video of him while going to the toilet a few years ago in the NEC, why would he not contact me? Say
well,
no.
It may have been because he was on limited time. Because according to him, he played 2 games at EGX, FIFA and WWE, and then he watched the Mafia 3 movie, had a beer and a Subway, and then departed. So it didn't sound like he had a lot of time there.
There was lots of games, but no big ones.
Yeah, I would say if you're gonna go to EGX, why would you go play FIFA? That would be my one critique of John's visit. But maybe that was the only game he could get into.
Yeah.
Said it was not a great year for games, if that's anything to go by. Poor showing EGX. Peace and biscuits, John Mouse. Yeah, so, I mean, there was a few people expressed a little bit of disappointment with EGX.
Yeah, I mean, there was no Xbox, no Microsoft, no Nintendo. Right. That was disappointing. There were lots of games. The smaller games were hidden in there, the gems. It's just that time. It is just that time of year that, all the big stuff that was there, that if you weren't tied to the industry as we are, or follow it as we are, you would have been excited to play Titanfall 2 and Battlefield and stuff like that there. But we've all beaten that up, and why would you rush to see that? So, yeah, but it was the best organized show that there's ever been, and it had the best food that there's ever been.
All right. Okay.
So maybe next year it'll be on the cusp.
Yeah, I would say from a community standpoint, it felt like the best event that we had ever kind of all taken part in.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome sauce.
All right. Well, speaking of awesome things, games coming up now, Nicole. Now we can talk about games coming up.
All right. So, new releases for October 8th through the 14th. And I have to switch screens. So, nothing on the 8th. Nothing on the 9th.
Right.
Big surprise. But 100-foot robot golf comes out for PS4 and PSVR on October 10th.
Right.
Criminal Girls 2. Party favors.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry. That's
Giggity.
obviously porn game on Vita, and that comes out October 11th.
It's probably not a porn game. I'll just throw that out there. Probably not a porn game.
I know, but come on. Criminal Girls 2 Party Favors. It could be.
It could
Dragon Quest Builders, PS4 and Vita, October 11th. Gears of War 4, October 11th.
Never heard of it.
Me either. That's some off-the-wall game. Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain, Xbox One, PS4, also on the 11th. Is this right? Oh, yeah, I guess so.
I don't know.
Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Is this right? I'm like, I don't know. You tell me.
But I'm like, did we not already have Rise of the Tomb Raider?
We did. However, this is coming out for the PS4 finally.
Yeah, but there's another one underneath it. Okay, so yeah, Rise of the Tomb Raider for the PS4 on October 11th, and then Rise of the Tomb Raider Blood Ties on Xbox One, also the 11th.
Right, that's DLC coming out for Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Okay.
Which is part of the PlayStation 1 from day one. So
I don't
know. The PlayStation 1 has... Yeah, I think
it's
in the Blood Ties, I think, is in there. I think.
I don't know. I know it's part of the season pass on the Xbox One version.
Well, I think it comes with the PlayStation. That's their
I know it will come there one way or the other.
Baba Yaga and all that sort of stuff.
Yep.
As day one.
Got it.
Okay. Way to go, boys. All right. Ruse, Xbox One, PS4 on October 11th. What?
Ruse. As R-U-S-E?
R-U-E-S?
R-U-E-S, yeah.
Ruse.
Yeah, that's the strategy game that they did. Isn't that the strategy game they came out with? Ubisoft came out with?
Yeah, it did. Yeah. Wasn't there voice stuff with it or something years ago?
Yeah, it was interesting. I wonder if they're doing a remaster of it, or is this coming out just relaunching it? I don't know.
It
curious.
Doesn't have remaster after it.
R-U-E-S.
Interesting. All right, continue on, Nicole, please.
No,
continue
it's not
on.
spelled. It's not R-U-S-E. It's different.
R-U-E-S. Okay. That's what it says. All right, WWE 2K17, Xbox One, PS4, 360, and PS3.
True Skills Game of the Year.
I'm telling you. Valkyrie Drive. What the hell is that? Bikini? What? Oh my God, that's some weird word. That looks like bikini, but that's not it because it's honey. Bikini? I don't know.
I like
for the Vita.
I like honeys and bikinis.
Yeah, well, okay, there you go. October 11th, also.
Nice sort of game.
Yeah, Duke Nukem 3D 20th Anniversary World Tour. Whoa, that was southern.
World Tour. See, and you don't like your accent. It's fantastic.
It makes me crack up because I sound like an idiot. World Tour, PS4, Xbox One on October 12th.
This next game.
I know, I'm trying hard not to laugh at it. Ace Banana.
Oh, yeah.
For the PSVR, October 13th. Batman Arkham VR for the PSVR on the 13th.
Right.
Awesome.
Right.
Yeah, that actually sounds interesting. Because it's such a dark game anyway. But anyway, Crazy Machines 3, PC, Macs, and Linux. Drive Club VR. Let's see. Moto Racer 4 for Xbox One, PS4, PC, and Mac. PlayStation VR comes out the 13th.
Right.
More geese are flying by my house loudly. Riggs, Mechanized Combat League, also for the PSVR.
Possibly the one game that could get me to go VR.
Really?
I love mech games. Let's just
not Roller Coaster Dreams, which comes out also on the 13th.
Not so much.
Because that would make me throw up.
Yeah, Riggs is a lot of jumping around, a lot of verticality. You know, so you're shooter. Looks good.
But let's see, where were we? Roller Coaster Dreams. Shadow Warriors 2 for Xbox One, PS4, and PC. Super Hype Cube, PSVR. Thumper, PS4 and PSVR.
All right.
World War Tunes for PSVR. Yesterday Origins, Xbox One, PS4, and PC. And that's for all of the 13th. And then on to the 14th is Disney Magical World 2 for the 3DS. Hatsune Miku VR Future Live for PSVR. Oh, this one sounds awesome. Farming Simulator 17. Anyway, that doesn't come out to the 16th, though.
Yeah.
I read one too many.
You did. You got excited for Farming Simulator. It happens.
I did.
It does. It happens.
That's it. 14th.
All right. If you are a PlayStation 4 owner and a PSVR future owner, you've got plenty to look forward to in the coming week. I think the only person out there that wouldn't be excited about this list of games coming out would be a Wii U owner. But outside of that, thank you, Nicole, for reading the future comings of games. And, of course, the monthly freebies. I think you guys talked about that last week, so we don't need to talk about that this week. Robin.
Yeah, so there's just one thing of note there, that Star Wars Battlefront and UFC 2, not that that's important, but Star Wars Battlefront is about to get released on EA Access.
Oh, sweet. See, that... I still look back at Sony. I don't know what they think, why they are against this coming to PlayStation 4. It's such a good value. And they're the ones that said it's not a good value.
Guess who just bought it?
Yeah.
About a month ago.
Yep.
Bought the whole thing because I wanted to do the Death Star thing. So, but yeah, that's fantastic. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay,
no complaints
car
from me.
Racing stuff.
Car racing stuff.
There is. So Forza Horizon 3 is the racing game of choice at this moment in time. Please join the OC Podcast Club. It is available now. Join it. Up there, you'll see me, the leader of the pack, and Mark Annex and Greg. If you see any of us with OCP on the front of our tag or me online and I'm playing it, please jump into the game.
Yep.
I'm very ready to play lots and lots of Forza Horizon. So yeah. If you got it, join the club.
Awesome. All right. Victories achieved. Haven't read off a victories achieved list in quite a while, and that's just because I missed a couple shows. But victories achieved, if you're unfamiliar with this, this is basically just a contest where we give away stuff. We give away basically in-game money, whether it's a PlayStation, PSN money, Steam money, or Xbox Live bucks.
And if I could interrupt you there, we have lots of stuff to give away over the next couple of weeks.
We do.
We just gotta work out how to do it. I have came back from EGX with tons of T-shirts. Dishonored 2 exclusive first viewing by the public T-shirts sort of written on it. I've got quite a few Destiny Rise of Iron. We've got some game codes to give away. And just stay tuned because there will be stuff on the Facebook page and within the podcast themselves for us to give stuff away. So,
all right.
Yeah, lots of free stuff over the next, say, month. Loads of stuff coming.
Awesome. And if you're wondering, how do you qualify to get free stuff? Well, obviously, listening to the show is the first big step. But completing games, that's actually the thing about victories achieved. So you finish a game. All we ask is that at that point, you take a selfie, maybe get the game in the background, yourself there, or maybe you have the completion achievement or trophy is up in the background. Get your face in there because we would love to see your face. Associate it with your gamer tag. Tweet it off to us at OC_podcast and include in the hashtag victory achieved. And it's that simple. You get entered into a contest, and this current contest runs from it's running from September 1st all the way through November 30th, and we will draw one lucky winner out of all of those people that have completed games to win $20 in US or $15 in British pounds sterling. I guess it really isn't $15 in British pound sterling, is it? But
at the moment, no, flip me. It's
it's just 15 pounds.
90 pence to $1 at the moment. It's almost parity, dollar and pound.
That's crazy.
Really friggin' bad.
It's
really bad.
Totally messing with my -5 rule, for the record.
Yeah.
All right, so this week's victories achieved. We've got Fraser Moo. He finished Lego Star Wars The Force Awakens. Then Adamski86 and some guy named Bongo the Sane, they finished Forza Horizon 3. That same crazy Bongo the Sane individual also finished Beyond Good and Evil HD. Hardly Dan finished Actual Sunlight. I don't know how you finish Actual Sunlight, but he did it.
It takes about an hour.
I thought it took like about 12 hours. You had to wait for it to come up and go down. Moving on. Amras89 finished Virginia. It's a game I'm really curious about. A lot of mixed feelings about this game. Well, some people think it's really good, and then other people are saying the lack of voice hurts it, and so be interesting to catch up with Gary. I don't know about that. But anyway, so you complete these games, you get entered into victories achieved, you potentially win some money, and then Bongo, should we just do a recap on the completion chart?
It's coming to an end.
Yes.
We've broke $300 now for the kids. I'm gonna double this, so we're coming to a wrap. So for the Extra Life Gaming Marathon, which is coming up in November, you guys have been completing games, and with every game you have been completing, I've been donating $1, and at the moment we're about $305. It is fantastic. I'm really chuffed.
Yes.
At the top 5 there, Amras. Caliburn has had 41.5 completions. Amras has had 34. Mr. Miyagi 17, tied with Kyle Adamski. He's moved up, and myself have moved up to 15 completions since this started, and Companion Cuban 14.5. So we will publish that list when this all comes to an end in about a month's time. Not the victory achieved, just this part of it.
Right.
So yeah, thank you very much, guys. It's been fun, and there'll be for that person, and at the moment it looks like it's Caliburn AM. He's going to get a T-shirt and a mug.
All right.
So get at it. There's still time. Complete those games. Raise money for kids.
Yes, and it's Caliburn AM. You're going to get a T-shirt and a mug, not you're going to get T-shirt and mugged.
Yeah, well, like if he takes a selfie and puts it on the internet,
No.
People, because that T-shirt is priceless. Bit like Kim Kardashian, you know.
For a second, I thought Skype died on me again. I'm like, motherfucker.
Yeah, I know. I did the same thing too. I was like, no. We're closing out. Why?
Just Robin Skyped up a little bit. We're good.
Oh, right.
We're good.
All right.
Woo.
Yeah. Well. If you didn't hear it, if he takes a selfie wearing his T-shirt with his mug, he may get robbed by some French people, just like Kim Kardashian. So his T-shirt is priceless. So, you know.
All right. With that said,
why you shake your head, Nicole? Come on.
Because I love you, Robin.
I know. You'd pat me on the head and go there.
Yep.
Real quickly, Kim. This is the way this podcast has gone. The entire thing. Kim Kardashian, would you please tell us who in the Twitch chat is still around?
Your ass is.
I need more beer. That's just what it is. Anyway.
Around still would be Night Raven, RCGC, Scott's Tubby, Teflon, and Night Raven 19.
Hi, everybody. Hello.
Yes, a big thank you for sticking it out this show. I know it's been a little difficult given the technical difficulties that we had, but props to you guys for sticking it out. We really appreciate it.
And if you've been sticking, and have you? Yeah, you did. And have you been sticking it out for the whole show? Well done.
Yes.
Yeah, Knights Raven has because originally we had Fraser Moo was in there. Viva La Pedros was in there.
Right.
He probably didn't want us to trash talk him because they suck at Rainbow Six.
Well, no, he might have been in there bragging about my XCOM 2 character that I created for him. Because it was quite studly.
Very similar.
Yeah, totally similar.
Except taller.
Yeah, you know. Maybe some skin tone as well. I don't know. Go figure.
Yeah, that's why I was like, that's just way off.
All right. So yeah, if you are listening to this show on iTunes, Stitcher, wherever you might be listening to it, you can, when it all works properly, watch us on Twitch live Saturdays, 3 p.m. West Coast, 6 p.m. East Coast, or if you're over in the UK, it's like a nightcap. It's 11 p.m. UK time. Just go to twitch.tv/OC Podcast, and you'll find our Twitch page. You can watch us there. You can email the show, podcast@ocpod.com. You can tweet us on Twitter, and we're at @OC_podcast there. We have this thing about Facebook that we like it, so we actually participate in it. We have a Facebook page. It's fb.ocpod.com. This is where I get all of these little browser URLs out there for you. So hopefully you've been all writing this down. There's a quiz at the end of it. If you are on iTunes or Stitcher or any place where you can leave us a review like YouTube, please do. We would love to get some reviews. Hopefully they're positive. Even if they're negative, we appreciate the feedback. And, of course, don't forget to join the OC Podcast Club on Xbox One. We have an actual club for the clubs on Xbox One. I think that's still in the preview, though. I could be wrong. But we do have, more importantly, Forza Horizon clubs. And, of course, just follow me for the best game out of all of this XCOM 2. Just saying. Robin's not buying it. All right. This is where we want to give thanks to our listeners, or just other people in general. Nicole, why don't you start off the shout-outs?
All right. So definitely thank you to our shouters who stayed in the chat the entire time. Yay!
No kidding.
That was, that was nuts. So thank you to them for coming and for hanging in there. To you gentlemen for making it on the show. For Greg for not actually throwing his computer across the room.
Oh, I wanted to.
I know. I was like, which I suspect may or may not still happen. Little shout out to David the Alien, who is in the middle of all of that lovely, crazy ass Hurricane Matthew weather. But he's safe and sound. He just posted that he's safe. So anybody that is having to deal with that awful weather,
yeah.
Why didn't the best.
Why didn't I think of that? I could have totally covered and just said it was the hurricane that was affecting us.
Wrong coast. Just FYI, kind of like North Ireland's.
Hey, if the people are like me, they wouldn't know, We're all on the same coast.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah.
So, if you would like to get a hold of me, you can email me, Nicole@ocpod.com, or find me on Twitter at OC_Amaryllis. Amaryllis on the PS4, which I promise I will plug that bitch back in eventually. And Amaranth on X1. Please come find me and play Gears if you are getting Gears. Totally need more people to play that game. Yes. So, Robin.
Oh, thank you, Nicole. I would like to shout out my wife. Thank you, Judith, for going out to pick up Joshua at 11 p.m. tonight and letting me start the podcast on time. Greg, thank you for hanging in there. I, more than most, know what it's like when microphones fall down.
Oh, yes, you do.
And things fall apart and the internet stops. So it is a horrible, horrible feeling. We do try to make this as professional as possible, but we are only human after all.
Yes.
And the hurricane that's been over in Los Angeles has been awful, awful.
Yeah, totally.
I would also shout out Solemn 67. Solemn is a man from Dublin, and he's a unique individual. I met him at the Midlife Gamer party, and if you think I have an Irish accent. He has an Irish accent to win them all.
Yeah.
Fabulous. Jason, dude, t-shirts on, man. Yep, Jason is probably sends me more tweets than anyone else. Fabulous. So if you want to get me, you'll get me at Bongo the Sane on Twitter, Bongo the Sane on Xbox, and pretty much everywhere else. On email at robin@ocpod.com and Bongo the Sane on Tinder. And Greg, if you want to just finish that up as well.
I don't know what to say to all of that. Other than, yes, thank you to everyone for hanging in there tonight. It is tough when you have technical difficulties happen. I mean, Mike's falling off. Robin, you absolutely are experienced veteran at that.
Once.
Yeah. Once. I don't think we have ever experienced having the host of the feed have their computer actually shut down. That is a first. So all I can think of it. Thank you, Skype, because I'm pretty sure that update is somehow screwed things up. I don't know for sure, but apparently, I think. Yeah, never mind. We forge on. So yes, thank you everybody for sticking it out. Robin and Nicole, thank you both for also sticking it out, staying steady.
That sounds so rude.
Come here.
You know.
Oh, Dogcast. That appeared at some stage. Hello, Dogcast.
Yes, but this is the one that just had surgery.
Oh.
Look at her little naked
Chinese
foot.
one.
No.
Yeah. She's been fixed.
No, not that kind of surgery.
Oh, well, I thought it was.
No, she's toothless.
Oh, okay. All right, moving on. I want a big shout out to Mark Hannix. I'm glad he took the night off. I'm glad he enjoyed some time with the wife. A big shout out to my wife, my beer assistant. She came right at the right time, delivering me the nectar of the gods, known as beer. And it was well received. And a shout out to the dog. Thank you, puppy. All right, find me on Twitter at @OC_Murphy's Law. My gamer tag is Murphy's Law. That's actually Murphy's Space Law on Xbox Live. And you can find me on PSN when I pick up my PS4 sometime in the near future. And that would be Murphy's Law 1969. All right, I think that's it. I think we can wrap this show up.
God,
I'm
just
crossing my
Paul
fingers.
Walker would be brilliant in Gears as well. He'd do the vehicles.
Baird, totally Baird. That.
Robin, when I'm taking a ferry from Scotland, and I'm gonna ferry my ass over to Northern Ireland, and put my foot in your bum. Knock it off.
I'll not be here. I'll be over there throwing haggis at you.
Right.
Either way, you're getting a foot.
And Robin, I do appreciate the fact that you tried to cover with the hurricane in Los Angeles.
Thanks, yeah, no problem.
However, I'm north of Sacramento.
We were getting away with that.
Yeah,
do you realize
I know.
That,
Yeah, I know. But I also am pointing out this is that Northern Ireland thing again. I'm not in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. I think we need to cue up some music here. Let's see if this works.
Maps.
Was that dog called the
Thank you
film
for
called
listening
Hatchie?
to the Overseas Connection podcast.
There you go. The steam coming out of the computer.
See you same time next week.